Number 1. Layla. Layla's life shatters when her father, Hilmi, marries Noor, the beautiful woman who once cared for Layla's late mother. Hilmi, blinded by love, doesn't notice the cruelty Noor inflicts on Layla, turning their home into a nightmare. Tragically, Hilmi realizes too late that Noor is far from innocent, and he dies as a result of his mistake. Left alone and homeless, Layla vows revenge on the woman who destroyed her family. Years later, Layla returns under the name Ella, working as a chef for Noor, who now lives in luxury with her new partner, Tufo, a former football star. Things grow complicated when Jivan, Noor's adopted son, reappears. Jivan, once Layla's childhood savior Gino, rekindles old emotions in Layla, clashing with her desire for revenge. Layla's plan starts to falter as she learns more about the tangled relationships from the past. Despite her thirst for justice, the emotional journey she embarks on makes her question everything she thought she knew about love, family, and revenge. The return of Jivan, whom she thought was dead, forces Layla to confront deep family secrets and her feelings for him. As she works closely with Noor and Jivan, old wounds reopen, and the truth about her father's death and her childhood love comes to light. Layla's quest for vengeance turns into a struggle to reclaim her life while dealing with the complexities of love, loss, and forgiveness. Her path is no longer just about revenge, it's about healing and facing the haunting past. Number 2 begins to suspect that the mysterious bodyguard may be the boy she once loved. The past and present collide, and Kuzgin's quest for revenge brings deadly consequences for all involved. Number 3. Tuzak. Tuzak follows 3 siblings, Umit, Mahir, and Yume, whose childhoods were stolen from them. United by a common goal of revenge, they set out to destroy the family that wronged them. As they work together, they begin to realize they are not as close as they believed. In a world where it's hard to tell who is good or bad, these siblings struggle with the blurred lines between right and wrong. Meanwhile, another family, Jaren, Guven, and Meet, grows apart, each prioritizing their father's approval and comfortable lives over family bonds. As Umit seeks revenge on this family, his biggest conflict arises with Jaren, who unknowingly falls in love with him, believing him to be a lawyer named Chinar Ilmaz. Jaren entrusts her family's fate to Umit, unaware of his true intentions. As Umit grows closer to Jaren, he begins to question his mission. He is torn between love and revenge, realizing that the lines between the two families are more complicated than he thought. The story unfolds as the siblings face personal and emotional turmoil. They discover that revenge is not as simple as they once believed, and that the people they thought they could trust may not be what they seem. In this intense, suspense-filled drama, nothing is as it appears, and the pursuit of justice leads to unexpected love and betrayal. Number 4. Herjai, in Constant Love. Rayan is the granddaughter of the powerful Sataglu family in Midyat, where her father, Hazar, and uncle, Jahun, hold important roles. But the true authority lies with her grandfather, Nasu. Despite being a part of the family, Nasu mistreats Rayan, favoring her cousin Yaren because Rayan is not his biological granddaughter. Unbeknownst to Rayan, she goes riding one day and falls off her horse when it gets spooked by Miran's car. Miran, struck by her beauty, falls in love with her and desires to marry her. Yaren, feeling betrayed by Rayan's new connection with Miran, seeks revenge. After Rayan and Miran marry, they move into a mansion to begin their life together. However, Miran ends their relationship after their wedding night, revealing that Rayan's father killed Miran's parents years ago. Raised by his grandmother, Miran had been plotting revenge all his life, intending to marry Rayan to avenge his parents' deaths. As secrets unravel, Rayan and Miran must navigate their complicated emotions and the deep wounds of the past. Despite the intense betrayal and anger, Miran begins to question his quest for revenge as he unexpectedly falls in love with Rayan. Now, he must decide whether to pursue his vengeance or change his path for love. Number 5. Golgimal. 30 years ago in Bursa, Zafer, forced to marry the unlovable Same, leaves her true love, Mustafa. She bears a son, Golgimal, whom she cannot love, and later a daughter, Gulindam. Overwhelmed by her family, Zafer flees with Mustafa when he reappears. Upon discovering her pregnancy, Same hangs himself, and young Golgimal, seeking revenge, kills Mustafa. Zafer curses Golgimal, declaring he will never find love. 20 years later, Golgimal, now wealthy and powerful, remains unfulfilled and bitter, driven by his mother's rejection. His hardened heart starts to soften when he meets Deva, a captivating and enigmatic woman. Despite their differences and initial animosity, their connection deepens into a passionate and unexpected love affair, challenging Golgimal's belief that he is destined to be unloved. Number 6. The Winter Sun. Years after a ruthless businessman murdered his father and ordered the death of his twin brother, a modest fisherman named Ifi is left with a new identity and a burning desire for revenge. After an accident that claims his father's life, Ifi loses his memory and grows up unaware of his true heritage. Years later, he discovers he is the son of a wealthy family and finds his twin brother, Meat, who now works at their father's former company. However, the murderers, learning that Ifi is still alive, target him once more but mistakenly kill Meat instead. To avenge his father and brother, Ifi assumes Meat's identity, infiltrating the high-stakes world of the very men who destroyed his family. As Ifi navigates this treacherous path, he also confronts a love lost since childhood, all while plotting his revenge and seeking redemption. Number 7. Ruzgarli Teep, Winds of Love. In the daily series Winds of Love, produced by Rains Pictures and Unique Film, the story follows Halil, a young man driven by a thirst for revenge against the Aslanli family, who destroyed his life by imprisoning his father and seizing his family home. After his parents' deaths, Halil meticulously plans his retribution, only to find his world turned upside down when he meets Zeynep, the strong-willed daughter of his enemies. As Halil enacts his revenge by targeting the Aslanli family's wealth and mansion, he unexpectedly falls in love with Zeynep. She is not just a princess-like figure, but a fierce warrior who has taken over her family's business after her father's death. Despite his efforts to ignore his growing feelings for Zeynep, he finds himself deeply entwined in a complex web of love and vengeance. As the two struggle with their conflicting emotions, they must confront the consequences of their actions and the depth of their feelings for each other. Will their love endure the trials of their tumultuous path, or will the weight of revenge tear them apart? Number 8. Betakar, Endless. Tarek has spent a year hunting down the man who murdered his sister. His search leads him to a young man's house, where he finds the killer's motorcycle. Determined to exact his revenge, Tarek discovers the man is not home, and instead captures his sister, Elif. Despite Elif's insistence that her brother is innocent, Tarek kidnaps her to use as bait to lure Sefer. As he holds Elif captive, Tarek expects her spirit to break and force her to betray her brother. However, Elif's unwavering devotion and resilience in protecting Sefer stir something unexpected in Tarek. Her strength and dedication challenge his own resolve and awaken emotions he didn't know he was missing. Number 9. Kanchikleri, Vendetta. Dilan and Baran find themselves thrust into an unwanted marriage amidst a blood feud's bitter animosity. Baran, burdened by guilt from a past tragedy, must reconcile his hatred to protect his brother and pursue peace. Fate intervenes when Baran's uncle unveils the truth behind his parents' assailants, but conceals his own sinister agenda. As tensions escalate, Baran grapples with the choice between vengeance and forgiveness. Facing an impossible decision, Baran realizes that marrying the daughter of his enemy may be the key to ending the vendetta. To his surprise, the bride is none other than Dilan, a woman he once admired, sparking a conflicted mix of love and loathing. Against the backdrop of familial enmity, Dilan and Baran exchange vows, embarking on a journey fraught with uncertainty. As they navigate their newfound union, they discover a burgeoning passion that threatens to either kindle love's flame or unleash devastating consequences. Number 10. Hudsu Sevda. Hudsu Sevda follows Halil Ibrahim Krasu, who returns to his Black Sea village after 20 years. Halil had fled as a child when his father was killed by the local crime boss, Arslan Leto. Now, he aims to marry his childhood sweetheart, Yasemin, but tragedy strikes when Yasemin is murdered by Arslan's son. Consumed by vengeance, Halil embarks on a mission to take down Arslan Leto. As Halil dismantles Rizvan's criminal empire, he unexpectedly gains an ally in Zeynep, Arslan's daughter. Disillusioned with her family's criminal lifestyle and moved by Halil's plight, Zeynep helps him. Her old schoolgirl crush on Halil reignites, and she falls deeply in love with him, despite being her father's enemy. In the treacherous landscape of the Black Sea, a woman in love proves to be a formidable force. Number 11. Azis. Azizi follows Melik, a young nurse, has had her life shattered by the Alpan mafia family, who killed her successful captain father and drove her mother to a mental hospital. Determined to avenge her father's death and restore her family's honor, Melek changes her identity to Azizi and infiltrates the Alpan family. Her plan is to eliminate her father's killer and dismantle the mafia empire that destroyed her life. However, as she delves deeper into her mission, Melek faces an unexpected challenge: love. Amid her quest for revenge, she finds herself drawn to someone within the Alpan family, complicating her mission and forcing her to confront emotions she had never anticipated. Number 12. Love Logic Revenge. Love Logic Revenge follow SRA, a beautiful girl from a financially troubled family, seeks a steady job in her future husband to ensure financial stability. She marries Ozan, an engineering genius who has always loved her and seems capable of providing the stability she desires. However, Ozan's decision to leave his steady job to pursue his own software venture leads to financial strain. SRA, who had envisioned a comfortable life, becomes the sole breadwinner, facing mounting stress and difficulties. As Ozan's business dreams falter and he faces multiple bankruptcies, SRA struggles to keep their finances afloat. The pressure eventually results in a miscarriage, prompting her to file for divorce without revealing the loss. She returns to her parents' home, working as a waitress, while Ozan finds success and becomes a wealthy CEO. 2 years later, SRA learns of Ozan's newfound success and confronts him, hoping for an apology and acknowledgement of her sacrifices. Instead, Ozan's cold and arrogant demeanor shocks her, leading him to offer her money to leave him alone. Angered, SRA decides to exact revenge by becoming an intern at his company, Millennium Soft, where she hopes to rekindle his love. Complicating matters, Ozan's friend Sanar also joins the company as an intern and forms a bond with SRA. The series, Love Logic Revenge, explores whether Ozan will ever understand and forgive SRA if she will succeed at Millennium Soft, and whether their love can be rekindled amidst the tangled emotions and revenge plans. Number 13. Raven Beautiful. Cesur Alemdaroglu returns to a village near Istanbul with a mission to avenge his father's death and reclaim his stolen inheritance. His target is Tahsin Korladag, the powerful man responsible for his family's suffering. Unexpectedly, Cesur falls in love with Tahsin's daughter, Suhan, a strong and independent businesswoman. Suhan is initially wary of Cesur, but becomes conflicted as she uncovers her father's dark secrets. Their relationship grows amidst the chaos of family feuds and hidden truths. Cesur and Suhan must navigate a complex web of loyalty, love, and vengeance. Together, they face numerous dangers and adversaries. Their love story is tested by lies, betrayal, and their family's enmity. Despite the turmoil, they remain committed to each other. The tale concludes with a blend of love, sacrifice, and new beginnings. Brave and Beautiful is a compelling romantic drama with powerful performances from Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ and Tuğba Büyüküstün. The series excels in emotional depth and visual appeal, though it occasionally falters in plot consistency. Overall, a must-watch for fans of Turkish drama. Number 14. Prosecutor in Istanbul wakes up of murdering his wife and daughter, with no memory beyond his daughter's birthday 5 months prior. Alone and without allies, he must unravel their deaths from behind bars. His last case involves a young woman's death at Bar's Yasari's home, scion of a powerful family. Bar's attempted suicide and his twin, Savaz, behaves suspiciously. Frat's lost memory holds clues. Are these incidents connected? Can Frat reclaim his life? Number 15. Tati Istiklal. Pelin Soylu, unlucky in love, is left heartbroken when her dream man, Tolga, runs away on their wedding day. A mysterious woman tells Pelin she is cursed by someone from her past, prompting Pelin to revisit her history. She recalls Sinan, a university classmate she once rejected and humiliated, who disappeared from her life afterward. In the present, Pelin finds Sinan as a successful restaurant owner. Seeking his forgiveness, she discovers he is not ready to let go of the past and wants to make her pay for her previous actions. Despite the challenges, Pelin is determined to set things right, believing her happiness depends on his forgiveness. It is an intriguing plot with strong performances, but the rushed ending leaves many unanswered questions. Despite its flaws, the chemistry between the lead actors makes it a captivating watch. Worth seeing, but I will suggest to be prepared for an abrupt conclusion. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting content. See you in the next video.